It's that time of year. Time for the Alabama Invitational, as some people call it, the college football playoff. But let's see if you can mute that one. But it's that time. We're going to talk about it. 4 teams, which it should be more than 4 teams, which we'll get into. And if anybody was snubbed, did they get it right? And who eventually will win in these semifinal matchups with these 4 teams in a COVID-shortened season. Obviously, with the game disparities and all of those things, we'll talk about it and get ready for it on New Year's Day.
So we talking snubs first?
Whatever you want to talk about, sir.
Well, you know where I'm going with that.
Let's name the 4 teams first.
Okay, so it's Alabama, it is Clemson, it is Ohio State, it is Notre Dame, in that order.
Mm-hmm.
The team that I feel like...
You about to talk about a team that's ranked 17?
No.
Okay.
I'm about to talk about a team that's ranked 5 because I think they should be ranked 4. The Texas A&M Aggies.
They played really well.
They should be in this college football playoff. They had a shaky start to their season, but they've since rebounded and played very well. They played really good football, and I would have liked to see them play a conference game against Alabama versus Notre Dame, who proved in the ACC title game that
The biggest win was a fluke.
they are not as good as,
People make them out.
They are who we thought they were.
and for some reason their fan base and their supporters keep letting them off the hook. Anybody else have any?
No, that was my snub.
Yeah, that's my
Honestly.
snub too. I don't think Notre Dame belonged. I understand
They don't
that they
look
did
good.
beat the number 2 team, but it was without their best offensive and defensive player being on the field.
And the consensus number
Number
one
one
overall
draft pick? Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
To me, y'all know I would have liked to see my Gators in there. I think they had a pretty tough game against Alabama in the SEC championship. Their loss to LSU is probably the reason that they did drop down to 7. I forgot your name, but you don't throw a man's shoe on 3rd and whatever after you get the stop. But that's neither here nor there.
Trask had a very good season.
Trask did
Played
have a
itself
really
into
good
the first
season.
round.
He did have a really good season. With that being said, I think my overall issue is there's more than one snub. There's 4 snubs because this should not be 4 teams. I understand in the beginning it being 4 teams, just trying it out, seeing if people would like it. But the fact that this isn't a 6 or 8 team playoffs just does not make sense to me. Especially when the NCAA is all about money and more teams equals more money.
More
At the bottom
playoff
line,
bowl games is definitely going to generate more revenue. I also agree there should be more teams, and I feel like it is because what has ended up happening is you get the same programs.
4 teams.
It's always Bama, it's always Clemson, and it's
You wanna
always
talk
Ohio
about
State.
that? Let's talk about this. So, the first time that this happened, Ohio State beat Oregon. The second time this has happened, Alabama beat Clemson. The third time this has happened, Clemson beat Alabama. The fourth time this has happened, Alabama beat Georgia. The fifth time this has happened, Clemson beat Alabama. The sixth
Crazy.
time this has happened, LSU beat Clemson. This is the 7th year. How many times did we just say Clemson or Alabama?
And don't forget, Alabama and Clemson played in the semifinal. I forgot what year that was, and Alabama won. Not the
And Ohio State gets to the semifinal every year and just doesn't get to the title game.
except that first year
I think.
when they
Yeah,
won.
that's the first year.
That was Zeke,
That was
Zeke
it.
and Cardell on them,
Yeah, Cardinal Jones, who should have won the draft.
and that was
year.
Mariota on
Yep.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Heisman, I think he won that year.
I'm tired of watching Alabama versus Clemson because that's what this is about to be.
Well, after this year, you won't. At least on Clemson's side.
Clinton had.
No, they might be
Yeah,
back.
they
They
got.
got a true freshman quarterback who gave Notre Dame everything they can handle his first
They might
ever
be back.
game.
You're right. It's the ACC. Yeah, they might still.
They'll
win the
probably
title.
be back,
Alabama
and they still
versus
got Debo, who
I
was
mean-
racist, by the way.
If it's facts, but if it's 8 teams and it's Alabama versus Clemson, cool. I think that they set this up though. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The Ohio State 3. Ohio State played 6 games this
6
year.
games.
COVID ruined their season. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
and,
true.
and they were fighting to play the entire season the whole way. By
Yeah,
the
that's
way.
true. as
And they
well.
never got their rhythm. You could tell. Fields.
And they had 3 games canceled.
Yeah,
Due to
Field.
COVID.
That's what I said. COVID. The Fields looked good, then he didn't look good. So it's kind of like maybe it hurt his stock a little bit. We'll see.
But I do think they deserve to be
But
there.
they're one of the 4 best teams in the
Yeah.
country. They're loaded.
I just think that the world wanted to see Clemson versus let me not even say Clemson versus
Justin
Ohio State.
Fields.
Justin Fields versus Trevor
Well, they
Lawrence.
played last year too, and
Yeah,
Clemson
but
won.
Now this is the year that both of them are coming out of the draft.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
this is what the world
we'll
wants to see. Predictions: we know you picking Alabama to win it all.
well, I was just before. I think 8 teams is ideal because I think all Power 5 conferences representatives should get in, as well as another wild
SEC
card, which would be an SEC team. And
Maybe two.
I like what Cincinnati did this year. I don't know if they're 4-team worthy, but in the 18, maybe put
They
them
are
in.
8.
That's what I'm saying.
Coastal Carolina looked real until they lost in their bowl game.
And I think you can get that extra wild card, the extra SEC team, and have all Power 5 teams in as well. And you can satisfy everybody, get more money, and you could give the top 2 seeds buys as well.
I think what
If
they
you
should
did
do.
6,
Yeah, I think if you do 6, you take the champion of every Power 5
Yep.
conference plus the deserving 6th member, whoever that may be, and I think that's a more fair represented way. The Pac-12 has had one team make the playoff, and I understand.
What was that, Oregon?
Yeah, it was Oregon.
I
That
think
was years
Washington
ago.
made it one year. Did
I do
Washington
think
make it?
Washington made it.
And they
one
got
year.
spanked by Alabama.
Yeah, they did make it one.
Okay, so I just feel like the Pac-12 is not fairly represented, and I'm not just saying it as a USC fan. I'm just saying there are some teams in the Pac-12 that are usually good that just lose in untimely ways. USC.
That's all college.
Well, I love bowl season,
USC.
especially on New Year's Day, because you got a game I'm looking forward to before we get into that. Georgia, Cincinnati. That's going to be really good. And then on, I think it's the second, Texas A&M and North Carolina, who played really well this year as well. I'm liking those games. Obviously, I'm going Alabama, Clemson again. I'm going Alabama. I think Mac Jones is really, really good. It helps he has 3 number 1 receivers. You know, and
think
they're running
Devon-
backs.
What's his name?
Devontae Smith.
He won player of the year, offensive player of the year.
He won player of the year.
Biletnikoff?
No, he won player of the
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
First player in Alabama history, which is surprising.
Crazy.
Yeah, all them running backs. I think it will be Clemson, Alabama at the end, but I think Clemson will win. I think this is going to be what propels Trevor Lawrence even further into solidifying what's already a set pick. The Jaguars already have their selection in the Roger Goodell. It's already on the paper. It's going to take 2 seconds. As soon as he walks up there and they say the Jaguars are on the clock, it's also going to say the pick is in. It's not a question. It is not a debate. It is not something that is thought about. The pick will be in.
You know they're
But-
gonna make you wait.
Just for those that don't know, if there was an 8 team, it would be Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Florida, and Cincinnati. That would be pretty interesting to me. I like the 4-5 of Notre Dame and Texas A&M.
I would love that. I would love
I
that
like that
matchup.
4-5. I like the Ohio State Oklahoma game as well. I think those would be 2 matchups that would be really fun to see in the first round.
Oklahoma doesn't play enough defense,
They've
but
never played defense though.
the Big 12 doesn't play defense, which is why Cliff Kingsbury should not have a job. But you heard it here
But the
first.
Cardinals don't play defense.
Because of Cliff Kingsbury.
All right.
Well, we hope it's. I'm gonna just say it. Alabama is going to roll over Notre Dame. It's going to be
Oh my
ugly.
God, 2 of your teams play each other.
So the spread on that game is 20.
Dang.
Cover. Cover.
Do you think so?
COVE. Cover.
It might be. I don't know.
You know when you cold at nighttime, what you pull over you? A cover. Cover.
Crimson Tide cover.
All I know is
Cover.
Notre Dame is soft. So yeah, I think Bama will cover, and I'm not just saying that because I don't like Notre Dame. I just don't think they deserve to be here. They're not as good as this playoff ranking would have you think.
Cover.
Yeah.
You don't got them covering?
20.
There's 2 of your teams, so I understand why you're sitting there
20.
debating.
It's a big number.
That's a lot of points. I'll say.
That's 3 touchdowns.
I'll say like 18, 17, 18.
Cover.
That is a big. Because it could be like a backdoor cover. Like
22.
they backdoor cover. Like
22.
18 or 17.
22.
It's more like a pullover. You know?
42-14.
It's a sheet.
Bama.
It's a
They're
sheet.
going to have a snuggie on. That's how much of a
42-14 Alabama.
This could be the first time I remember in recent memory Alabama has 2 first-round quarterbacks. Tua last year and Jones this year.
This will be the first time in history they've ever had 2 first-round quarterbacks.
Alabama quarterbacks tend to not work out well, but in the Clemson-Ohio State game, I think it'll be a lot closer than people think.
Agreed.
I think Dabo pissing Ohio State off might give them a little bit of juice. Last year's game between them was an absolute classic.
Mm-hmm.
I think this trends that way a little bit more spread. I'll say Clemson beats Ohio State 28-24.
That's a nice score. Who you got winning it all?
Bama.
Clemson.
I like that split. There you go.
So I guess as a wrap to this, who do you guys have winning the Heisman? I'm torn at the current moment between Trevor Lawrence and Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith has 1,500 yards and
He might get
With
it.
98 catches and
it's
like 17
it's
touchdowns
something
or something?
absurd. His stat line is absolutely absurd.
He might be a top 5 pick.
He's definitely going probably top 10. I don't know because most teams in the top 10
Yeah,
don't
this is
get a
how
receiver.
it's going.
That's why I'm hoping somebody falls to the Ravens. One of you guys.
I don't see it happening. But if Jamar Chase is available, he opted out. Jamar Chase probably is the best receiver in this draft.
And he probably will be gone.
If Jamar Chase, well, it depends on how far the Ravens go in the playoffs. But
Yeah.
if Jamar Chase comes anywhere near Baltimore,
Run. Grab him.
The pick is in.
Shoot, that would be a steal. He probably is the best receiver. Just
Somebody that has got
Heisman?
I think Devontae, what's his name?
Devontae Smith.
Smith.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm leaning towards Trevor Lawrence just because it tends to go to quarterbacks, and that's the only thing missing from Trevor Lawrence's resume. He has a
that's
national
crazy.
title.
He doesn't have one.
He doesn't have an Heisman.
I wouldn't be mad if we got the tight end from Penn State. I forgot his name.
We don't need another tight end though.
I think
I want the tight end from Florida.
I like Nick Boyle and Mark
he's
Andrews.
gonna go high.
I love him. He's
gonna go
big
high.
time. He played well against Pitts.
Yeah,
He played well against Alabama. He had like 100-some yards.
That was a really good game.
He is an NFL tight
Really good
end.
game.
Probably the first tight end off the board.
Definitely.
He's definitely
He's a beast. Like 6'6". He's crazy.
So you say Devontae Smith? I'm gonna go Trevor
I'll
Lawrence.
go Smith just because I want to see something different. Lawrence probably missing that game. Hurts. But his value is crazy.
He is like the most decorated quarterback coming out of college.
I think it's gonna go to Trevor
Since
Lawrence.
Luck anyway.
Yeah.
I was going to say he's the best prospect I've seen since Luck.
How many champions?
Decorated? He might not be the most decorated.
He got
Decorated
what?
might be
Tebow.
Tebow. But best
got-
prospect since, yeah, definitely.
We got 2 championships.
He got two championships.
Won a championship as a freshman.
Nigga won the
one last year.
ACC every year.
Yeah, that ain't saying much, but yeah.
That's the problem. 2
Two
championships.
most decorated is still Tebow to me.
I
It's
agree with
Tebow.
that.
That's crazy. He didn't work out in the NFL.
It was never gonna work out in the NFL, to be honest.
Facts.
Good.
I still love you though, Tebow. Tebow time. Still love you. Still love you. Go ahead, get that prayer one time. Who's somebody that you think has hurt their draft stock during this time frame?
Low key is Justin Fields. It's not that he's still gonna go super high.
Missing the games. And, I mean, that's
Not
the
even-
COVID.
not even
He's
that.
had 2 really bad games.
He just doesn't.
Really bad.
He looks uneven at times, and it kind of concerns me. He's freakishly athletic, and I'll give him that. He reminds me of Kyler. He's like diet Kyler Murray.
Not diet.
He is. You just water him down a little bit, and you get Justin Fields.
Kyler Murray, like.
Justin Fields is a little bit bigger. Not quite as special with his legs, but very similar in play style. I just feel like his up and down play kind of made his stock drop a little bit, but he's still gonna go super high because he is a quarterback.
Somebody that I want to see where he goes is Micah Parsons. I'm really intrigued to see where he lands and how he's played when he gets to the NFL. Very similar to how we were on Isaiah Simmons last year. We knew that he could pretty much play football, but it was where he was going to be playing at. And as the season has gone on,
He played for Cliff Kingsbury.
that's true as well. But as the season's gone on, he has played better. They've tried him at safety, inside linebacker, outside linebacker. He's starting to hit that stride, but I do want to see where Mika does play in the NFL and how he does.
I don't know if this guy has helped his draft stock. Zach Wilson. I'm intrigued to see
Facts.
what he is at the next level. I'm going to say I'm not 100% sold on him personally. I have to look at more film because I haven't watched a lot of them. But he looked great in the bowl game I did see. Before it was just puffy pants hammer time, but they're calling him, comparing him to Kyler Murray. I don't know if that's true, but we'll see. Maybe a guy like Bill Belichick could take a stab at him. A guy like Kyle Shanahan, maybe in that offense. I think he is somebody I'm intrigued by. And Trey Lance, I think it kind of hurt that he didn't play
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he's going to fall. But a team like the football team, at what? If they pick in the 20s because of the playoffs, or if they pick in 19 or wherever they pick, could take him maybe. I don't know.
I think Zach Wilson might go to Atlanta.
I think Zach Wilson is going to go high.
That's what I think.
4.
I think he's going to go.
high.
I think he might go 4.
Atlanta.
You think he's going to be the second quarterback taken possibly?
I do.
Okay.
I am intrigued by the other. What's that receiver on Alabama?
Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Waddle's going to be a big time.
Yeah, I want to
receiver,
see
too.
where he goes.
Waddle might be better, but he just got hurt.
Yeah. I want to see where he goes, especially with all this attention going towards Devontae Smith. He's
Yeah.
often, they're off. The other two are often forgotten because of this stud that they have on the other side. But
Agreed.
yeah, I want to see where he goes.
Just imagine last year, though. So that kind of makes me think about Tua in a different light. Just that he had Devontae, and Waddle and Jerry Judy.
Judy, yeah.
I mean, that's
crazy.
yeah.
That's absurd.
It's gonna be at least.
He had Ruggs.
Yo, Ruggs was
Yeah,
there
Ruggs
too.
too.
That is.
Yeah, it's gonna be probably at least 4 to 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round, which is crazy.
I
I
think
also want to
think
see
I think Trey
Kyle
Lance,
Trask.
Justin Fields,
Oh yeah, he definitely helped his stop.
Zach and
Wilson.
Trevor Lawrence will all go.
That's another
the
person
top
to help
12.
us stop.
And then you got Lance and
Trask.
Dave. You got
Yes,
I
I said Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, and Zach Wilson all go.
Who's the
top
kid from
12.
BYU? He's might go too.
Zach Wilson is
Yeah.
BYU.
Oh, all right.
Trask is.
Trask is full.
He helped
Okay,
this.
that's
He
right.
helped this.
I
Stop.
also want to see where I'm pretty sure I'm going to butcher his name, but Travis
Etienne?
Etienne. Yeah, I
Oh,
wanna see where
Etienne.
he goes.
Etienne, I love the
Especially
way he
with
runs the
running
ball,
back,
bro.
but running backs have started to get devalued in the NFL.
Late first,
He's
early
not,
second.
So
Not going in the
I don't
first
think he's going
round.
to go in the first. Yeah, he's going to go in the second, I think.
But I
Him
think
and Hurst.
he's the best running back in the
Him and
draft
Harris
class.
are both solid. If they,
By the way, I speaking of best running backs, I was very high on Jonathan Taylor. I said he was the best back in the draft class. I was looking to be right. Any rookies that were drafted, do you think are better than him?
Better than him, no.
if JK played from game
I think
one,
JK would have better stats.
Facts.
if he played
That's
from
a
day
fact.
one. That's
If we
Not
did
bad
what
at
we
that.
were
that might be
supposed
us.
to
Though.
do.
That might be more so us.
you know
versus
Harbaugh don't play
Colts.
rookies like that.
Yeah, that's true too.
But Jonathan
Except
Taylor,
offensive
he
line.
played huge dividends for the Colts.
Yeah, he's big time.
Hold on.
I would like to see
And
the
they still got
quarterbacks, though.
Marlon Mack. They got two really good running backs.
Forgot he got hurt.
Where does is Alabama's quarterback even draft eligible?
I think
Jones?
so, Mac Jones.
Yes, Mac
so
Jones
that
is
can be
draft eligible.
6 quarterbacks.
That's what you were saying earlier.
5 to 6.
He might go in the first round as well. People
He
are
might be.
starting to say.
Are there 6 teams that need quarterbacks? A lot.
Some teams need a plan for the future. Like the Patriots need a quarterback now.
Steelers.
Steelers need a quarterback for the
Steelers
future.
definitely at the top with the Jaguars. The Jets may need a quarterback
I
eventually.
still think-
49ers.
I think
So,
the Saints.
I think the
if
Saints
they-
need a quarterback.
Yeah, see, I think they might.
The football team,
Football
the Bucks
team.
need a quarterback. The Rams need a quarterback. The Bears need a quarterback. Depending on
49ers.
what they decide to do, the Cowboys
Vikings.
need a quarterback. 49ers. The
think-
Vikings may need a quarterback depending on what they do. The Lions. I'm not sure if the Giants are sold on Daniel Jones. The whole NFC might need a quarterback.
Speaking of the Bears, Trubisky, this is the end of his deal. What does
Correct.
the Bears move? Do
They have that other man that he likes signed.
Nick Foles? I'm not talking about Nick
I don't
Foles.
like Nick Foles.
He only had
Oh,
good
Foles
years.
goes-
I just said
with
Foles was
Philly.
better than Trubisky. I don't like
I
him.
still don't think he is. On the
Foles
AFC side, the Steelers need a quarterback.
Trubisky is ready for that team.
The Colts need a quarterback. The Raiders may or may not need a quarterback,
I like
depending on
Derek
how
Carr.
they feel about Derek Carr. The Patriots need a quarterback.
He's just inconsistent.
I don't think Drew Lock is the answer, so the Broncos need a quarterback. And
So
the
check them
Jaguars already have their quarterback locked up at number 1.
I'm not quite ready to write off Drew Lock. Just because once again they
They were hurt. They were very hurt.
exactly. I want to see them at full strength.
My issue is, I think at full strength they were still at best 8-18.
But we might not be talking about Drew Lock in the
I think
light
we
that
still
we are.
'cause
I don't
he's
think so.
inconsistent.
He is inconsistent,
He's
but
inconsistent.
he is
Well,
also
Cortland
a
Sutton-
first 4-year
yeah.
starter.
And let's
So,
not forget Von Miller didn't play this year either.
it's his first 4-year starting. So I mean,
I'll give you that. But I'm
No running
I'm leaning
game.
towards not sold versus sold. He's giving me what was his name? Not Trevor Simeon, but who was before? Brock Osweiler. He's giving me Brock
no.
Osweiler.
Oh.
That's what he's giving me.
No.
My God.
That's what he's giving me.
no.
That disrespectful.
That's what he's giving me right now. You heard it here.
That nigga named Brock.
I don't even know what
a
to
guy
say.
He not
who
on
I'm
Pokemon.
kind of a guy who I'm kind of intrigued by is Najee Harris, Alabama's running
Running
back.
back. Yeah.
He runs very hard, but
They
a lot
have-
of Bama running backs, they some of them hit
It's a
very
50-50.
hard. Yeah, some of them hit very hard.
And
Other
some
ones are
don't.
terrible.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to think about Najee Harris just
Like
yet, but
Bo
I am
Scott.
intrigued.
I don't know. Bo Scott. I don't know.
Bo Scarborough gets hurt. Y'all know y'all man Trent Richardson.
I still can't believe he was that bad.
Yeah,
Just
man.
nobody saw that coming. Just crazy. It'll be interesting draft. Like you said, a lot of teams need quarterbacks.
There's a lot of talent in this weird
COVID
year. Yeah.
year.
So since all you need teams need quarterbacks, let some of them receivers and playmakers fall to the Ravens or another pass rusher or somebody, because we could use it.
You can close this out.
But yeah, let us know what you think. College football playoff 2021 draft outlook. All these teams that need quarterbacks. Does your team need a quarterback? Like, share, subscribe, and we out.